Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Morales, and in this video I am going to go over two questions from the FSA 6th grade math test. Before we get started, let me just remind you that 6th graders do not use calculators. So when they take the FSA, if you are a student or if you have a child in 6th grade, make sure that you do not allow them to use calculators because they will not be permitted during the FSA test. So let's look at this question. Question 1 says, which expression is equivalent to 4 times 6x plus 11? Now, this word says equivalent. Now, the word equivalent means equal. So what this question is asking is, which of these choices will give you the same answer as this expression? So before we do that, we have to look at that expression and we have to work it out. Now this expression is 4 times 6x plus 11. Now I said times because when you have a number and then a parenthesis with nothing in between, that's a multiplication problem. Now this particular expression is known as the distributive property because we have a number outside and then you have parentheses and then you have an expression inside the parentheses. This means that you're going to take this 4 and you're going to multiply by everything inside the parentheses. So you are going to do 4 times 6x and that gives you 24x. 24x. Now there is a plus sign. Let me make this x better. There is a plus sign, so we're going to put the plus. And now we're going to continue distributing the 4. So now we're going to do 4 times 11. And 4 times 11 gives you 44. So this is the new expression after we distribute. 4 times 6x is 24x and 4 times 11 is 44. So when I look at my choices, the equivalent expression is the letter D, 24x plus 44. Now let's move on to question number 2. Now in question number 2, it says, fill in the bubbles to select the value or values of x that make each equation or inequality true. So here we have a table, and the table has one equation, 2x plus 5 equals 9, and is known as an equation because of this equal sign. And we have two inequalities. 2x plus 5 is less than 9, and inequality means they're not the same. This 2x plus 5 is going to be less than 9, and then you have the other one, 4x minus 5 is less than 7. So what this question is asking is for you to select which value of x will make this equation or inequality a true statement. Now, in order for you to get an answer to this question, you are going to have to test the values for x. You're going to take these values and you're going to replace in each of these equations or inequalities. So let's start with the first one. So this equation is 2 times x plus 5 equals 9. And the reason why it's 2 times x is because whenever you have a number and a variable together with nothing in between, that's a multiplication problem. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these values. For example, when x equals 1, you're going to take the x and you're going to substitute for the number 1. So let's do this one. So 2 times x, it will be now 2 times 1. And 2 times 1 is 2. And 2 plus 5 is 7. Is 7 equals to 9? No, it's not. So x plus 1 is not an answer that makes a true statement. So let's move on to when x equals 2. When x equals 2, we are going to do 2 times 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 plus 5 equals 9. So that is true. 9 equals to 9. Therefore, x equals 2 is a true statement. So I'm going to bubble here on the letter B. Now let's try x equals 3. When x equals 3, that will be 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 is not equal to 9. So x plus equals 3 is not an answer. Let's move on to the inequalities. 2 times x plus 5 is less than 9. So when x equals 1, we will do 2 times 1. And 2 times 1 is 2. And 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is less than 9. So yes, this makes this a true statement because 7 is less than 9. So let's look at x equals 2. So 2 times x will now be 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. Is 9 less than 9? No, 9 is equal to 9. So this would not be a true statement. So let's look at x equals 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 is less than 9? No, it's not. 11 is greater than 9. So x equals 3 is not an answer for the first inequality. Let's move on to the last inequality. 4 times x minus 5. When x equals 1, that will be 4 times 1, which is 4, and 4 minus 5 is negative 1. Is negative 1 less than 7? Yes, it is. All negative numbers are less than the positive numbers. Now let's look at x equals 2. When x equals 2 is 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. Is 3 less than 7? Yes, it is. Therefore, this makes a true statement. Let's look at the last one. X equals 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 less than 7? No, 7 is equal to 7. So x equals 3 does not make a true statement. So this is the answer for question number 2. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this video and stay tuned for the next video.